All right, my name is Demetrius LaMarr of LaMarr Realty. I also work with the Home Buyers Network. I am a home investor, also a consultant. I'm also a realtor too. So a part of my business is assessing properties for sale to retail as well as investor clients. Um, I am. I sourced a lot of my properties through the county records, through data that I find through old sales of properties from the newspaper, and driving for dollars, physically driving around, taking a look at properties and assessing if that will be something that we will be interested in purchasing or someone else will be interested in purchasing on the fly. So the time that it takes to actually drive around and to research after you've done all of this manual labor was one of the biggest things that I look for in a virtual assistant to help me to take that time and to take those processes off my plate. As a result of actually shifting that work to another person, I was able to spend more time on my business, and this allows me to be more prompt with my responses to possible clients on both sides, either buyers or sellers. And I'll tell you directly. Before I was doing this, I had to basically shut down my phone for an hour or two just to focus on taking care of this part of my business, the research part of it, and being able to delegate that to someone else gave me that time back that I can actually spend more time with the clients. So it gives, for me, it allows me to give a better experience to the people that I'm working with. That way, I'm able to give them more time to assess the property and not have to rush them, because before I was just spending just a certain amount of time with people because I knew I had to get back to another portion of my business, and it was I was burning the candle at both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Um, Marketing. The marketing of my business went through the roof. Using Because I was able to do more, I was able to speak to more people. So the more people are actually contacting me than before, and I'm able to close more deals now. Like say, generally, I would close maybe 4 or 5 a month. Now I'm upwards to 10 or 11 a month. I've almost doubled my business in just a couple weeks of working with a VA. It was actually a very smooth process. I was a little bit apprehensive because it's one thing to hear. I mean, you hear about virtual assistants, and then it becomes sort of a part where you have to release ownership of certain tasks. And your staff, your group were definitely very open, honest, and receptive, and they were very patient with me, trying to figure out the best way that I can um, move some of these projects to other people. And I really appreciate that. Actually, that helped me a lot just to get comfortable with delegating my tasks to someone else. I will say that I've heard about it, and I was apprehensive about using a virtual assistant. I was one of those people that thought, well, I can do this and I can take care of this, and I have apps to do this and that. But honestly, there's just not enough time in the day for you to do everything and to do it at a high level. And what I realized is there's a certain point that you have to let go of certain aspects of your business if you want it to grow. And that's just a numbers game. There is no way to look past it or to discount what adding someone that can provide more value than you really could at that space, and finding somebody that can be an expert at it and to work at it at a very high level, just to take that weight and that pressure off you to have to do both portions of marketing and then selling at the same time. There's no way around it. So I mean, you can fool yourself into thinking that you can do everything and be Superman, but there's just not enough time in the day for it. And once I got to that point where it made sense for me, and I know as investors and as entrepreneurs, we like for things to make sense, and this just made sense. This is just straight, numbers game, and it makes sense mathematically to do it, and you really can't argue with the numbers. Like I can't. So that's one of the takeaways I can from this whole experience with your group is that if you are someone that's apprehensive to it, then you might not see the value. But if you're willing to take the time just to say, okay, I need to learn something new if I want to get to the next phase of my business, then you'll accept and learn from this process. That's the best way. I think this can help anyone that's starting out or someone that's been in the game 20 years. If you're willing to learn something new and to accept a new part of your business to be done somewhere else, that'll help you in the long run. That's just my 2 cents.